Whoo, hot dog. Say sorry about today. I'm gonna be like sniffling and coughing. I'm dealing with the Benadryl hangover. What the hell is that
Oh,
about? That sucks, man.
that is a bad one. I'm glad you got some sleep, but it comes at a price.
Yeah, it definitely comes at a price, man. Yeah, I kind of screwed up. I had taken some squirt stuff for the nose because I was feeling really congested and needed to kind of clear that out, and didn't realize that that was going to keep me up all night the night
Mm,
before, and so that sucked. And kind of really was. It was so surreal going through yesterday. Just like, where am I? What is happening?
mm.
Sleep. Remember how? I mean, that's the number one. We talk about that all the time. How
The
important,
number one.
right?
It's like you can do anything with a good 7 hours of sleep. I can conquer the world, but man,
Mhm.
I have a bad night's sleep. 2 hours of sleep, I can't do anything.
Yeah, yeah. And that was my yesterday. No, virtually no sleep. I mean, I'm sure I dozed here or there, but I felt like it was just like all night tossing and turning, just keyed up. And
Mm,
yeah, I was paying for it yesterday. So yeah, last night just I need to knock myself out. I don't think I needed the Benadryl, but I was like, I'm taking it anyway just because.
mm.
And I slept, man.
I do the same thing. Once every couple of months, I take some sleeping medication to put my rhino butt down. And I feel like one of those videos from the Serengeti where they shoot the rhino, with the sleepy
Ooh.
dart and just
Yeah. And they're waiting like
Mhm.
don't they
But
like do
that
something?
that's funny. That brings up a good, fun topic, Tom. Like us as men, the whole if I sleep 7 hours, I can conquer the world.
Yeah.
And we do lots of things. We do lots of hard things every day. And we talk about societal norms, which I think affect us and our age range, maybe more than
Right.
other generations, maybe not. I don't know. But the world had expectations of us, right? We're caretakers and we're providers. So we go out and we do difficult jobs to make money to provide for ourselves and our families. And we do the hard things when the roof has a leak or the car needs a brake job or those other
Right.
things. We don't know what we're doing. we're just we're
Right.
Google masters and YouTube kings, and we're trying to figure out how to do this. And
Right.
right, we've got all these roles of caretaking, and not on top of fixing stuff and doing the mechanical stuff, but we're the peacekeepers, right?
Right.
We are the people that we have to keep it together. We're calm, cool, and collected, and we keep the peace, and we make sure everybody's emotionally okay.
Yeah.
Um, and it gets exhausting.
Yeah. You the sink's acting funny. The garbage disposal sounds weird. Right.
Hmm.
The car has a funny noise.
Right.
Right. We need to pay for X, Y, and Z, right? Like just
Hmm.
surprise. And we become the fixers, the person who, despite maybe having anxiety or maybe not knowing how to deal with it or fix it, we become the go-to person. Okay, now I
Hmm.
gotta figure out, do I need to call a guy or the guy?
Yeah.
Do
Right.
do I need a YouTube University? And what about me wanting to just like do nothing and just chill, right? Just
Hmm.
relax and watch shows. You want to do that too. No, we become in the role of the helper, the protector, the fixer, the all of that. And it's great. And I think it's great to do challenging things. And we're hardwired to be that way. And it feels good. It increases our self-worth. And, like, however, um, how
It
many,
does come at a price.
right, right. So tell me about the cost of being
Right.
that way.
Well, I think, Tom, we wake up one day and we're like, no.
Yeah.
No, I can't be all things to all people I can't do everything. And
Right.
I need some assistance here. And before we jump into that, I think the funny thing is this is the expectation that we have of ourselves and other people have of us is to be the protector, the fixer, the whatever. And
Right.
then our families and our partners come to us and just, with their daily problem, and we go into fix it mode because that's who we are,
Right.
And then they get mad because I don't need you to fix my problem. I just want you to listen to me. It's like, ah,
I know that's been a challenge.
yeah. So you and I have talked about, and we've talked about for years, that communication trick with couples. When someone starts with their problem, you do the whole point to your head or grab your earlobe, indicating to your partner, do you need my head? Do you want me to help you fix this problem? Or do you just want me to listen to you? And so
Yeah.
if you can set that expectation at the beginning of the conversation, it goes so much better because a
Yeah.
lot of times people grab their ear and it's like, and then I know I go, oh, whew, pressure's off. I ain't got to do nothing but listen.
Yeah.
I am not in fixing mode.
We still have that desire though to like
Oh, yeah. In the back
offer
of my mind, I'm still like, well, if you just did X, Y, and Z,
help. Yep.
no.
There's often times where we just listen and then finally as our families process what it is that's going on and they feel validated and they feel heard,
Hmm.
then they say, "Can you do X?"
Right. Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
So it throws everything off when we get sick or we don't sleep well or we just don't feel up to doing the usual things and we don't meet the expectations that our family, spouse, what have you, has for us. Or even at work, when you're just not up to snuff, it throws everything off because, yeah, there are expectations of us and we end up disappointing people, and that sucks.
Sure. And you can't run it 100% all the time. And even as I've seen over time, really expectations, particularly from employers, is, I need your 100% all the time. Well, that's
Yeah.
physically impossible.
Right.
Physically, emotionally, mentally impossible. You can't run it 100% all the time. So,
Yeah.
it's readjusting your expectations. I've been working more with people in certain employer groups where, I mean, they track their efficiency measures their entire shift, and it leads to a lot of problems.
Yeah.
When I can't run it 100% all the time, but that's what your expectation is, then not only does my employer, giving me feedback, but then I just don't feel good about myself, you
Right.
know?
Right. If you have the best day or the best week and the moon and stars are aligned and you get everything done, ahead of schedule, that
Hmm.
becomes the new, like, okay, now we need to operate at this level. And you're like, well,
Right.
that was, like it's not
Right.
always going to be that way.
Yeah. Yeah. And we've all seen it at work is if you want something done, give it to a busy person.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
Don't give it to the schmuck that's, sitting, that's on his lunch break again.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. I'm almost done meditating.
yeah, right. Yeah, I'm just, going through these files and making sure that it's in alphabetical order. Oh, great.
Oh,
Thanks.
right.
Glad to have you on part of the team.
And is that kind of shitty for the busy person to be like
Oh,
you
yeah.
are always the one who gets everything done. So then all the work falls onto you because we know that
Yeah.
you're going to get it done. But then they
Right.
have that stress of just like, I got to meet the expectation. Just like we have that expectation. We have that stress of like having to be anything and everything for everyone. Too
Mhm.
much. We can't do it.
I have had some folks, over the past several months that are really hitting the wall with that. And it's usually guys around our age, if they had kids, they're kind of empty nesters now. And, their life has changed a little bit. Their role in the world is redefined, right?
Yeah.
So maybe they're not on the rising part of their careers anymore. They're just kind of steady and they're coming to terms with that,
Yeah.
As guys, as our careers, we're climbing that ladder the whole time. And then there's a point where you decide you don't either can't or don't want to keep climbing that ladder.
Right.
And you have to be okay with that. So that takes an adjustment. And then, your kids leave and go off and do live their lives, and then you're like, well, I'm not really an active parent anymore, so
Yeah.
now we got to redefine that life, and then you're stuck, looking at your spouse, staring at each other in the face like, oh yeah, you're still here. Let's redefine what this is all about,
Uh-huh.
because your roles have changed. And life has changed, and you get to that, and as we talked about, when guys decide to men at a certain age decide to kind of redefine, and I don't have to be the caretaker, the fixer, the all that stuff anymore. There comes an adjustment with that. I mean, some depression, some redefining of roles, some like emotional and fatigued burnout kinds of things, right?
Yeah.
Because it's like this is what I've done my whole life, and now my life is I have to redefine my life, and that's a scary thing.
Right, right. You've already established that this gives my life meaning and purpose. And now you have to adjust and redefine, well, what does having meaning and purpose look like in your life now moving forward as you
Mm-hmm.
tweak your new role? And it's okay. And it's challenging though. And we say that we have to do challenging things. We have to do hard shit out there.
Right? And that's okay. Doing hard stuff is good. Like you said earlier, it gives you a good sense of accomplishment, builds your self-esteem, invigorates you, when you learn and do hard things. And there's that sense of accomplishment for sure.
Yeah. Well, the universe um, is going to put some difficult things on us.
All right.
Right. No one is immune to that.
Right.
We're going to have to do hard things. So, you know what? Why don't you go ahead and manufacture some hard things to do, some challenging things
Mhm.
to improve, to level up, or just, like just to challenge yourself. And it makes the other things that are outside of our control just easier to deal with and handle because, oh, I'm doing difficult things all the time anyway.
Yeah. We say people think the definition of a happy life is the absence of adversity, right? No stress, so my life's great. Well,
Yeah.
that's kind of that's unobtainable, right? Life is about stress, and stress comes at us all on a daily, weekly basis.
Yeah.
So the definition of a happy life is not the absence of stress, but how resilient we are to manage the stress that comes at us on a daily basis.
Yeah. It's there. It's going to come at you. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So how well are you able to just kind of navigate through that and not let it get you into a place where you cannot
Mm-hmm.
function?
Right. And how come it is when you decide that, I'm not paying $1,500 to have some schmuck, replace my brakes. I can do it myself. And then
Right.
you get out in the driveway, get everything pulled apart, and then you're looking at it going, "Oh my goodness, what is going on here?" Right? And then
Right.
you're back to fourth grade when you're on the playground, and
Yeah.
right. But have confidence. You've done hard things. You've persevered over all these years. You've figured it out many, many, many times. So have confidence in yourself that you will do so again.
Uh-huh. This one year, because I've changed the brakes on multiple vehicles over the years. This one year, I got new rotors and for the Jeep and
Mhm.
my wife's Jeep. And put the brakes on just like regular and like they were rubbing no matter what I did. The new pads were rubbing the rotors and I just couldn't figure it out. And squealing like grinding and so I ended up taking it to the guy and he was like, "Yeah, the rotors are just too thick.
Are just too wet?
They're just too thick."
Uh, you had to
Yeah.
wear them down a little bit.
Yeah, they changed them out. They weren't the right size for
Hold
that
on one second,
yeah.
please.
Yeah, that was just wild. They just weren't the right size for that Jeep. So I mean, there's times when even doing our absolute best, we end up needing to seek the help and support from other people. So let that be a lesson to you guys out there that at times you can do the absolute best you can and feel like everything is right, but you inevitably have to reach out for somebody else's help. It's okay. It's okay to run up against the wall and be like, I've done all that I can regarding this, and Now, somebody help me. It's all right. It's all right to ask for help.
Well, I just did the hard thing and I ran two barky dogs out of the room and closed the door. So I've done hard things today.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh, Hard things can be relative, right? To you.
Right.
Huh?
Right. For sure.
Huh?
But yeah, life evolves, life changes. We have to evolve with it. Take stock of what's going on. A lot of people look for New Year's resolution or those things. I'm not always a big make a bunch of changes in January, but it's a good time to take stock of what's going on. Where is my life? What has happened over the last year? Did I accomplish the goals that I wanted to do? And what do I want to do moving forward? Have I done
Right.
hard things? What hard things have I done? What hard things do I need to do in the future?
Yeah.
Um, so, and it's
I
okay to call it a guy when you need it.
it's yeah, it's totally okay to call a guy when you absolutely have to. So I want to encourage everybody out there, our dear listeners, to do some challenging things, find some challenging things to for you to engage in that, to whatever that looks like for you, whatever kind of hobby that is, or a new skill to develop.
Mhm.
Do some challenging things out there, and it's okay to reinvent yourself and to change your role, even if people are going to be disappointed in you not being that go-to, guy anymore. They'll be all right. They'll be okay.
Right.
Whether that's for a day, a week, or moving forward, they will figure it out because people, generally speaking, are adaptable. They'll figure it out.
You figured it out. Why
Right.
can't other people figure it out?
Yeah. Yep.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And please send in your comments, questions, gripes, complaints, topics you want us to cover on the show to questions at therapyonzip.com. We'd love to get into your questions and what you need from us.
What do
Send
you
them
want to hear? What do you not want to hear?
in.
Probably the most common theme of the year is could you ask Brett to just take the video out and we'll listen to him, but we don't want to look at his bald head.
No.
Thanks for those comments. Keep sending them in.
So we hope you guys have a very happy holiday, whatever it is you're celebrating. Hope that the rest
Hmm.
of the year is fantastic. We'll see you again before the end of the year for sure.
Yeah,
And we'll be
definitely.
gearing up for your New Year's resolutions because Brett, you love them so
Woohoo!
much.
Goal setting. Yay.
But to your
I'm good.
point, it's good to take stock of the year and decide on, well, what do you want to be different this next year? So we'll talk more about that.
Sounds great. All right, Tom. Think always great to see you.
Same, Brett. Be well. Peace.